Hey everyone, I am here today to do the Eyeshadow Junkie Tag. I was tagged by Betsy from Make Up Your Mind. If you guys haven't checked her out, you definitely should. She's awesome. She does project pans, seasonal projects. She's doing a project polish. She does weekly makeup baskets. So definitely check out her channel. And I'll link her channel and her answers to this video down below. So I have the questions written down here and I'm going to tell you what I think about them. Favorite drugstore line for eyeshadow. So I'm going to be really redundant and say Wet n Wild. That's what pretty much everyone has said, I think. I do also have two Maybelline quads that I like as well. I haven't really delved into drugstore eyeshadows lately, just because I've been working through so many other eyeshadows that I haven't looked at many of the drugstore eyeshadow releases or anything like that. Favorite eyeshadow primer, right now it is Too Faced Shadow Insurance, but before I used to like Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I have a Wet n Wild Fergie eyeshadow primer to try as well, so I don't think that I'm too fussy with that, but I like the packaging of the Too Faced Shadow Insurance and I think it keeps my eyeshadows in place. First eyeshadow purchase ever, and do you still own it? So I don't own it, it's gone. It would be like over 10 years old at this point. I believe my first eyeshadow, it was one of two things. It was either there was an old Wet n Wild palette called Sandcastle that had like shimmery champagnes and a shimmery gold, and it had a nice matte cream shade, and it also had like a purpley shade that looked kind of like MAC Quarry or Urban Decay Tease, and I used the heck out of that. I think I finished almost all of that except for like one shade. The other type of eyeshadow might have been was when Max Factor was still in the States. They had these small round pans with a domed screw-on lid. I think I had one called Romance and one called Antique Lace. I think Romance was like a shimmery gold or champagne, and Antique Lace was like a matte cream shade. I liked both of those. They're both excellent formulas. I really liked both of those when I had them. Best drugstore eyeshadow dupe. So I don't know if I've heard anyone mention this. Of course, like Wet n Wild has lots of MAC dupes, and there's lots of dupes for MAC Club, but the one that I'm gonna mention is the round pans in there are from the Rue 21 Electric Palette dupe, and I just depotted them because I hated the packaging, but they're really pretty good pigments. They're not pressed pigments like the Urban Decay Electric palette is, but I think they could definitely still function well. So those are some swatches of it. I think I did about 2 layers of each of the colors, so definitely have to build it up a little bit more, but I think it's nice to have a palette of all bright colors for when I might want to use them. So I'm not going to shell out for the actual electric palette just because I don't use bright colors that often, but it's nice to have them available when I might need them. Most underrated eyeshadows. So this is kind of a weird answer. My answer is going to be MAC pigments, and I press my pigments. People don't seem to talk about these anymore. They did when I first was into YouTube, but these are my MAC pigments that I have here. I really love pretty much all of them. And they're gorgeous colors. They look amazing on the eye, and you don't need binders to press them. You just use rubbing alcohol, just like you'd be repressing a broken eyeshadow. So they're easy to press, and it makes them a lot less fussy to work with. And Vanilla, MAC Vanilla is the white shade, and that's like a favorite highlight shade for me. And I have that right there. It's kind of hard to see. It looks much better in person, but it just gives this beautiful like white gold glow to the skin. Sometimes it even looks pink. It's just gorgeous, and you can even buy that. I'm not trying to tempt you guys, but you can even buy that in a to-go size, which is the small size, and I think it's like $10. It's amazing and beautiful. I love it. Let's see. So it was most underrated eyeshadow. Favorite eyeshadow single. My favorite eyeshadow single is Wet n Wild Brûlée. This is just a really nice skin tone matte shade. I can use it for blending out. I've gone through like 4 of these. I have 6 more because I thought they were being discontinued at one point, and I'm crazy like that. But yeah, I really like this eyeshadow, and it's $1, so all good things. Favorite cream eyeshadow, it was MAC Artifact Paint Pot, but they have since discontinued it, and my Artifact Paint Pot went bad, so I had to get rid of it. But that was a beautiful reddish color. I am all about red smoky eyes. I love doing them, but right now my favorite is Clinique Ample Amber, which is that one right there. It's just like the twirl up chubby stick kind. Really like that one. It's really easy to use. Favorite neutral eyeshadow is MAC Sable. So this, people don't talk, they used to talk about it, but they don't talk about it anymore. It's this shade right there. And I have it swatched right there. And it's one of those shades that if you blend it into your crease, it's going to look darker in your crease, and that way it kind of gives you the illusion of wearing more eyeshadow colors than you actually are wearing. Favorite colored eyeshadow is a Firenze Peppermint Vodka, and this is a gorgeous red burgundy color. I'm all about those colors, and I tried to do a swatch right there. It looks so much prettier in person, especially if you foil it. Looks gorgeous on the lid. And best eyeshadow palette ever. So I really want to be obnoxious and say like a Z palette or a MAC palette that I can put in all the shades I want, but for a pre-made like actual answer, I guess it would be the Naked 2. That's the one I know the best because I used almost all of it up. I'm still working on it, but you know, I used a lot of it up. It's so hard. I like all eyeshadow. I like all eyeshadow. It's all pretty. It's all wonderful. So that's a non-answer. But anyway, those are the 10 questions. If you guys haven't done this tag, I tag you to do it. And let me know, or if you don't make videos, let me know what your answers would be down in the comments. It's just interesting to hear what different people like about eyeshadow. So, all right, I will talk to you later. Bye.